Hello, Hans. So today I'll try to use English simply because I'm trying to use a software, I guess a trial, of a software called WiseCut, one of the companies that I'm currently reviewing and yeah, can only use English. They cannot use Indonesian, and they can transcribe. They have lots of features that is quite interesting, and I wanted to try those features. So pardon me if my English is not that good. I don't have any US accent or British accent. I don't know if you already have like those accents. I hope you do. I have like Singlish accent, which is totally fine for me. So yeah, let's get started. We just won Champions League. Yes. And you know what? One of the things that I myself have been rewarding myself. So yeah, I mean, if you remember, like maybe around 12, 13 years old, we used to love purchase, like buying Chelsea jerseys. But then those Chelsea jerseys are not like the original one. It's like the replicas, those ones that cost like around $10, $20 only. Yeah, at that time it was so I was so proud wearing those. I really love having those clothes, and yeah, we saved a lot, and we saved from our allowance. But not only that, we also remember there was times we when we when we did our friends' homeworks just for some additional pocket money. So yeah, those are like the fun times, and then we finally saved enough to buy all those jerseys. But I never had a chance to wear one that's like an original one. So now I just bought a new one. This is like a celebration to Chelsea's win as well. You know, I tried my best to find the Chelsea home jersey, but simply that they are all sold out. And I understand, right? Like everyone is hyped because Chelsea just won. Everyone purchased the Chelsea home jersey. So yeah, it's fine. The third jersey is just good. It's one of the most unique jersey, I would say, and the color is nice. Nike always has the best third jersey, I would say. Any team that uses Nike as their brand would have like a pretty unique third jersey. And yeah, I just purchased this. It's quite expensive for me, I would say, but it's fine. Like once in a while, I gotta reward myself, and also it's not that Chelsea won every year, so let's just enjoy the time. And yeah, I really hope that you got to reward yourself as well. Don't forget to just purchase something that reminds you of something that is meaningful to you. Yeah, so let's get started to Chelsea winning. Yes, like okay, it really didn't sunk in that much compared to like the first Champions League that we won. Like in 2012, it was a very emotional and a very fun moment. In 2021, although I am happy, but it just didn't sunk in that much. And I would say it's just because I didn't think at first that Chelsea deserved to win. Never in the season that I thought we would be the Champions League champion, and here we are. So sometimes life surprises, and I would say if there's something that I can take away from this is that a coach is always important. Like, of course, this is just soccer team, and maybe you would say like, oh, it's only a soccer team, Hans, that uses this analogy. But I would say anywhere in our life, a coach is always important. Like a mentor, someone who can teach us about the strategy, how to fight through life, those kind of stuff. I would say Tuchel has done a very good job in Chelsea, and yeah, we need to find our own mentors eventually. I would try my best to find mentors, and I mean, even if you're already 35 years old, I would say there are still lots of people that you can learn from who suits you, and who knows your potential. I would say Lampard, even though he's a Chelsea legend, and I personally love him so much. He's my favorite player as well. I don't think he has the much conviction to Chelsea players as much as Tuchel has. I remember that Lampard did say this is not the year for Chelsea to win any trophies. I think Chelsea is not ready to do that. I think Lampard did say that before he was sacked, and Tuchel proved him wrong. And I would say it's just like us, if we have mentors who understand our strengths and our weaknesses, who believe in our potentials, I would say they will put themselves out there, and they'll put all the eggs on the basket, and they will believe in us. And having those kind of mentors, having those kind of coaches will really help a lot. So yeah, now we are going to the celebration. Yeah, so first of all, Cesar Azpilicueta, this guy, true captain. Of course, at first when I saw him coming to Chelsea, I never saw him as our captain. We have so much leadership back then. John Terry, Lampard, even Michael Ballack at one moment, and then there's Drogba. Lots of leaderships, lots of leaders in one team. And then Cesar doesn't really look like a leader. He's not that tall even for a defender. He's not that fast for a defender. So he doesn't seem like he's a good fit. But throughout the years, through his ups and downs, I remember back in 2018, 2019, I think he has his fair share of having a challenge to be sidelined and not being in the first team. And it's tough if you are a captain of the team and you are not even in the first team, that's tough, that you're becoming a substitute only. And he proved himself. He proved himself to lots of coaches, and that really shows a lot of his work ethic. And not only that, I think his characteristic that I really respect much is the loyalty. 9 years. I mean, not only in the football world, right? I think us as humans, we tend to not be satisfied for anything, and it's fine. Like, there are lots of exit opportunities. There are lots of horizontal movements where you move to another company, and then you develop yourself through those kind of transitions. However, I would say there is still a good trait, there's still a good trait of having loyalty, being loyal to your club. And for us, maybe like just be loyal to our companies or be loyal to our pursuits. I think those kind of stuff, right? Sometimes when we have challenges, we tend to not pick ourselves up, but we tend to seek for an easy way out. Maybe moving to another company, or maybe not continuing the pursuits that we have simply because we have our down moments. Yeah, from Cesar, we can simply agree that Cesar has put himself out there for as much as possible. Now, another guy, this guy, we bought him for $95 million only to score a goal in the Champions League final. Wow. He never scored a goal in any Champions League Champions League matches before the finals. So that's huge. And yeah, it's worth it, right? Sometimes you purchase something for that much money to show himself up in big matches. I think, let's just
recruitment, David, and he was one who really sparkled at Leicester initially. Edison off his line. Havertz! Chelsea in front. Kai Havertz, with his first ever goal in the Champions League, has made the breakthrough.
So yeah, that's the goal. You saw Mount, right? Mount is being like Lampard, if you remember the Lampard assist to Ramirez in 2012 semi-final. Mount just saw Havertz coming in and Werner sort of bringing Ruben Diaz to another field. So like Havertz just need to outpace Zinchenko. And yeah, Havertz did that. And if there's something that we can learn from Havertz is that we need to be able to show ourselves up during big matches. So we need to be able to kind of just upgrade ourselves and show up during big matches. And yeah, he did just that. I mean, $95 million, that's huge, but it's worth the Champions League trophy. So lastly, it's just Kante. You saw in the celebration, the trophy celebration, Kante was lifted up by Zuma, and I think he's just the most humble person out there. He won the man of the match for the Champions League final, and he didn't even brag about it. During the Champions League trophy celebration, he didn't even kiss the trophy when the other people are kissing the trophy. And yes, like, don't lose that kind of humility, Hans. I mean, you've learned so much throughout your another 14 years from myself right now. I really think that you're great. You might already be so much more in your life, but don't forget to be humble. You see his teammates lifting him up, not because I don't think it's just because he's the best player out there, but I think it's genuinely because he's being humble. He doesn't take credits from his teammates, and he puts all 100% of himself still, but he doesn't take credit from other people. And I think this quality of a star player is really what we can learn and what we can transfer to our daily lives. And I really hope, I mean, sometimes my ego is still high, but yeah, I'm still learning to be humble. I hope that you can be humble. I will try to learn as much as possible to be more humble in the next 14 years so that you are the most humble version of myself. Yeah, then yeah. So that's it. Like, I mean, I don't really talk much about how I felt in my kind of state, but this whole journey of seeing Chelsea being from zero to hero kind of reminded me that sometimes life is unfair, yes, but life is like a box of chocolate, like what Forrest Gump said, and we never knew what it would be like, right? So just enjoy the ride, I guess, Hans. And if you are experiencing challenges, just remember that we can always see other people having those kind of challenges, those set of challenges. Like Chelsea has its own challenges, Azpilicueta as well. Havertz never scores a goal until the Champions League final, but yet they all give an impact to why Chelsea is currently the champions of Europe. So yeah, end of the day, Europe is blue. And I mean, this is not blue, but yeah, Europe is blue. All right, see you, Hans, in the next video. Bye-bye.